The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, represent a global call to action, aiming to eradicate poverty, safeguard our planet, and promote peace and prosperity for everyone by 2030. Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Harshit Simha, and I'm excited to begin a new series focused on the United Nations Sustainable Goals. Adopted in 2015 by all 193 UN member states as part of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, the SDGs consist of 17 interconnected goals that provide a comprehensive framework to tackle the world's most urgent issues. These goals encompass a wide range of priorities, from ending extreme poverty and hunger, ensuring quality education and gender equality, to advancing clean energy, economic growth, and climate action. What makes the SDGs unique is their universality. They apply to all countries, regardless of development level, and their holistic approach, emphasizing that social, economic, and environmental sustainability must be addressed together. The SDGs emphasize inclusivity and collaboration across governments, civil society, the private sector, and individuals. This collaborative spirit is crucial for meeting the goal's ambitious targets, especially as the world grapples with issues such as climate change, inequality, and global health crises. Each goal is backed by specific targets and indicators to track progress, fostering accountability and measurable impact. Ultimately, the SDGs embody humanity's collective aspiration for a brighter future, one characterized by inclusive, equitable, and sustainable development for generations ahead. Let us now delve deeper into this important subject.
Slide 2. The Global Agenda, Origins and Evolution. The evolution of the Global Development Agenda reflects humanity's growing understanding of the complex interplay between economic growth, social equity, and environmental sustainability. This transformation began with the Millennium Development Goals, MDGs, adopted in 2000, which comprised 8 goals focused primarily on reducing poverty in developing countries. These goals targeted issues such as hunger, education, gender equality, child mortality, and global partnerships, laying the groundwork for coordinated global action on development. In 2012, the Rio+20 Conference, also known as the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, marked a critical turning point. World leaders, civil society, and stakeholders convened to deliberate on a new development agenda beyond 2015. This conference launched the process for creating a broader and more inclusive framework to address the multifaceted challenges of the 21st century. This momentum culminated in the 2015 adoption of the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. At this historic moment, all 193 UN member states unanimously endorsed the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which introduced 17 goals and 169 targets. Unlike the MDGs, the SDGs are universal, integrated, and designed to be applicable to both developed and developing nations. They reflect a holistic approach to development, encompassing poverty eradication, environmental protection, economic inclusiveness, and institutional integrity. The current phase, 2015 to 2030, implementation period, focuses on action. Nations worldwide are aligning their policies, governance systems, and financing mechanisms with the SDGs. This period emphasizes the importance of international cooperation, data-driven monitoring, and multi-stakeholder partnerships to achieve the targets within the set timeline. The SDGs build on the achievements and lessons of the MDGs, but with broader ambition and inclusivity. They represent a fundamental shift, from viewing development as a narrow economic challenge to addressing it through a comprehensive framework that integrates social, economic, and environmental priorities for a sustainable future. Slide 3. And SDG 17, a comprehensive framework. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, adopted by the United Nations in 2015, presents a transformative blueprint for achieving peace and prosperity for people and the planet, now and into the future. At its heart lie the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, a comprehensive and interconnected framework designed to address the most pressing global challenges. These goals are not isolated objectives but rather an integrated and indivisible set, recognizing that progress in one area often facilitates advancement in others, balancing the 3 dimensions of sustainable development: economic, social, and environmental. The 17 goals are strategically organized into 4 key dimensions: providing a structured approach to understanding their scope and focus. People, this dimension, encompassing goals 1 through 5, prioritizes ending poverty in all its forms everywhere. Goal 1. No poverty, ending hunger, achieving food security and improved nutrition, and promoting sustainable agriculture. Goal 2. Zero hunger. It also focuses on ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being for all at all ages. Goal 3. Good health and well-being, ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all. Goal 4. Quality education, and achieving gender equality and empowering all women and girls. Goal 5. Gender equality. Prosperity. Goals 7 through 11 fall under this dimension, addressing the economic aspects of sustainable development. This includes ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all. Goal 7. Affordable and clean energy, promoting sustained, inclusive and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment and decent work for all. Goal 8. Decent work and economic growth, building resilient infrastructure, promoting inclusive and sustainable industrialization and foster innovation. Goal 9. Industry, innovation and infrastructure, reducing inequality within and among countries. Goal 10. Reduced inequalities, and making cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient and sustainable. Goal 11. Sustainable cities and communities. Planet. This dimension, covering goals 6 and 12 through 15, focuses on the environmental aspects. It includes ensuring availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. Goal 6. Clean water and sanitation, ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns. Goal 12. Responsible consumption and production, taking urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. Goal 13. Climate action, conserving and sustainably using the oceans, seas and marine resources for sustainable development. Goal 14. Life below water, and protecting, restoring and promoting sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification, and halt and reverse land degradation and halt biodiversity loss. Goal 15. Life on land. Peace and partnership. Goals 16 and 17 emphasize the enabling conditions for achieving the other SDGs. Goal 16 focuses on promoting peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all and build effective, accountable and inclusive institutions at all levels. Goal 16. Peace, justice and strong, while Goal 17 stresses the importance of strengthening the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. Goal 17. Partnerships for the goals. Slide 4. No poverty, creating sustainable livelihoods. Goal 1. No poverty stands as the foundational pillar of the Sustainable Development Goals, aiming to eradicate poverty in all its forms everywhere. The provided information emphasizes that poverty is not merely a lack of income but a multidimensional challenge, encompassing a deprivation of basic services such as healthcare, education, and housing. Furthermore, it includes social exclusion, discrimination, and a lack of participation in decision-making processes, highlighting the complex and interconnected nature of poverty. Social protection systems play a vital role in poverty reduction efforts. Countries are increasingly implementing safety nets, including conditional cash transfers, public works programs, and universal healthcare, to provide a crucial buffer against economic shocks and vulnerabilities. These systems offer immediate relief and contribute to building human capital, enabling individuals to participate more effectively in economic activities. Creating sustainable livelihoods is presented as a crucial pathway out of poverty. This involves fostering financial inclusion, ensuring that the poor have access to essential financial services like microfinance, mobile banking, and savings programs. These tools empower individuals and communities to build assets, manage risks, and enhance their economic resilience, providing a foundation for long-term stability. Furthermore, the creation of economic opportunities is paramount. This entails generating jobs, particularly in sustainable sectors, which offer pathways out of poverty while simultaneously supporting environmental goals. By linking economic development with environmental sustainability, this approach aims to create a more resilient and equitable future for all. Despite significant progress in poverty reduction over the years, the information highlights the severe setbacks caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, which pushed an estimated 97 million more people into extreme poverty, reversing years of advancement. Moreover, climate change poses a significant threat, potentially driving an additional 68 to 132 million people into poverty by 2030. These alarming figures underscore the urgency of adopting integrated and comprehensive approaches to poverty reduction, addressing not only economic vulnerabilities but also systemic inequalities and environmental risks. Slide 5. Zero Hunger, Transforming Food Systems. Goal 2. Zero Hunger aims to end hunger, achieve food security and improved nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. The provided information highlights the critical need for a comprehensive transformation of current food systems to achieve this ambitious goal, especially considering the recent reversal in the decline of global hunger due to conflict, climate change, and economic shocks, exacerbated by the pandemic. This transformation necessitates a multi-pronged approach focusing on agricultural productivity, food loss reduction, and a strong nutrition focus. Enhancing agricultural productivity in a sustainable manner is crucial for feeding a growing global population. This involves promoting sustainable intensification practices like agroforestry and conservation agriculture, which empower smallholder farmers to double yields while simultaneously preserving vital soil health and biodiversity. The adoption of climate-smart techniques, improved seed varieties that are resilient to environmental stresses, and efficient water management strategies are also essential components of this pillar. By focusing on sustainable methods, we can increase food production without further depleting natural resources or contributing to environmental degradation. Addressing the significant issue of food loss and waste is another key area of intervention. The information notes that approximately 30% of food is lost or wasted globally. Reducing this substantial loss through improved harvesting techniques, the development of robust storage infrastructure, and enhanced consumer education can significantly increase the availability of food without requiring additional production. Investing in cold chain development, implementing effective processing technologies, and improving market connectivity to ensure food reaches consumers efficiently are vital strategies in minimizing post-harvest losses and waste throughout the food supply chain. Moving beyond simply providing calories, a strong nutrition focus is essential for achieving Goal 2, Zero Hunger. This involves ensuring dietary diversity and micronutrient sufficiency, particularly for vulnerable populations such as children under 5 years of age and women of reproductive age. Strategies to achieve this include the promotion of biofortified crops that are enriched with essential vitamins and minerals, the implementation of effective school feeding programs to reach children during critical developmental stages, and comprehensive nutrition education initiatives to empower individuals to make informed dietary choices. Slide 6. Good Health and Well-being, Universal Health Coverage. Goal 3. Good health and well-being emphasizes the importance of ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being for all at all ages. A critical aspect of this goal is achieving universal health coverage, UHC, which means that all people have access to the full range of quality health services they need, without facing financial hardship. The provided information highlights key strategies for achieving UHC, strengthening primary healthcare, focusing on disease prevention, and developing sustainable health financing mechanisms. Primary healthcare forms the foundation of effective health systems. Strengthening community-level health services, including training community health workers who can deliver preventive care and treat common conditions, is essential for reaching all populations, especially those in rural and underserved areas. The example of Rwanda demonstrates the remarkable health improvements achievable through investing in accessible primary care with a strong network of community health workers. A robust primary healthcare system ensures early intervention, promotes health literacy, and reduces the burden on more specialized and costly healthcare services. A strong emphasis on disease prevention is crucial for improving overall health and well-being and reducing the strain on healthcare systems. This involves scaling up immunization programs to protect against infectious diseases, strengthening disease surveillance systems for early detection and response to outbreaks, and implementing preventive interventions to address both communicable and non-communicable diseases. The COVID-19 pandemic starkly illustrated the vulnerability of health systems and the critical importance of coordinated and timely responses to public health emergencies. Investing in disease prevention not only saves lives but also contributes to long-term health security and economic stability. Sustainable health financing is a key enabler of UHC. Developing mechanisms to reduce out-of-pocket payments and ensure access to healthcare regardless of the ability to pay is paramount. High out-of-pocket expenses can lead to financial hardship and prevent people from seeking necessary medical care, perpetuating cycles of poverty and poor health. Thailand's universal coverage scheme serves as a compelling example of how middle-income countries, with strong political will, can achieve significant reductions in impoverishment due to medical expenses by implementing equitable and sustainable health financing mechanisms. The provided text also underscores the profound interconnections between health and other SDGs. Poverty reduction leads to better health outcomes, while improved health enhances economic productivity and social development. Slide 7. Quality education, learning for the future. Goal 4. Quality education recognizes that education is not only a fundamental human right but also a powerful catalyst for achieving all other sustainable development goals. It aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. The provided information emphasizes 4 key dimensions of quality education: access, quality, relevance, and inclusion, all crucial for equipping learners with the knowledge and skills needed for the future. Access to education is the foundational element, striving to ensure that all children complete free, equitable, and quality primary and secondary education. This necessitates overcoming barriers related to geographical location, socioeconomic status, and other forms of marginalization to bring every child into the classroom. Universal access is the first step towards empowering individuals and building a more educated and engaged global citizenry. However, mere access is insufficient. The quality of education received is equally paramount. This dimension focuses on improving learning outcomes through better teaching methodologies and relevant curricula. Effective pedagogy, well-trained and supported teachers, and learning materials that are engaging and aligned with educational goals are essential for ensuring that students acquire the knowledge, skills, and competencies necessary to thrive in the 21st century. Furthermore, education must have relevance to the challenges and opportunities of the modern world. This involves aligning education with 21st century skills, such as critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, and collaboration, as well as integrating principles of sustainable development into the curriculum. Preparing learners for the future workforce and enabling them to contribute to a sustainable society are key objectives of relevant education. Finally, inclusion is a critical aspect of quality education, demanding the elimination of disparities for marginalized and vulnerable groups. This requires addressing systemic barriers and ensuring that all learners, regardless of their background or circumstances, have equal opportunities to learn and succeed. Inclusive education fosters a sense of belonging, promotes social cohesion, and unlocks the potential of every individual. The provided text rightly points out that education is both a goal in itself and a means for achieving other SDGs, including promoting sustainable development, human rights, gender equality, peace, and appreciation of cultural diversity. Digital technologies offer unprecedented opportunities to expand access to quality education, breaking down geographical barriers and providing personalized learning experiences. However, ensuring equitable access to these technologies and bridging the digital divide remains a significant challenge. Slide 8. Gender equality, empowering women and girls. Goal 5. Gender equality is a fundamental human right and a crucial foundation for a peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable world. Empowering women and girls has a multiplier effect across all development areas, contributing to economic growth, social progress, and environmental sustainability. The provided information outlines a hierarchical approach to achieving gender equality, encompassing freedom from violence, access to education and health, economic empowerment, and structural transformation. The apex of SDG founds the structural transformation, which involves creating gender-responsive institutions and policies at all levels. This requires challenging and transforming discriminatory social norms, laws, and practices that perpetuate gender inequality. It also necessitates ensuring women's full and effective participation and equal opportunities for leadership in political, economic, and public life. Economic empowerment is the next critical step, focusing on ensuring equal access to economic resources and opportunities for women. This includes equal pay for equal work, access to land and property ownership, financial inclusion, and opportunities for entrepreneurship and leadership in the economic sphere. When women are economically empowered, they contribute significantly to their families, communities, and national economies. Building upon this foundation is ensuring access to education and health. This involves providing quality services that address the specific needs of women and girls, including sexual and reproductive health and rights. Education empowers women and girls with knowledge and skills, enabling them to make informed decisions and participate more fully in economic and social life. Access to comprehensive healthcare is essential for their well-being and overall empowerment. At the base of gender equality framework lies freedom from violence. This necessitates the elimination of all forms of harmful practices and gender-based violence against all women and girls in the public and private spheres, including trafficking, sexual and other types of exploitation. Ensuring safety and security is a prerequisite for women and girls to fully participate in society and realize their potential. Despite significant progress in areas such as maternal mortality reduction and girls' education, the provided text acknowledges that women continue to face discrimination, violence, and unequal opportunities in many contexts. The COVID-19 pandemic has further highlighted and exacerbated these existing inequalities, with women often bearing disproportionate economic impacts and caregiving responsibilities. Slide 9. Clean water and climate action, environmental sustainability. The intertwined goals of Goal 6, clean water and sanitation, and Goal 13, climate action are fundamental pillars of environmental sustainability, directly impacting human well-being, economic stability, and the health of the planet. The provided information highlights the critical aspects of water security, addresses the growing challenge of water scarcity while striving to ensure universal access to safe drinking water and sanitation. Integrated water resources management is crucial, encompassing sustainable extraction, efficient distribution, and the protection of water sources. Nature-based solutions, such as wetland restoration, play a vital role in safeguarding water resources and supporting biodiversity. Achieving water security is not only essential for basic human needs and public health but also underpins agricultural productivity and economic development. Access to clean water improves health outcomes and reduces poverty, creating a positive ripple effect across multiple SDGs. Climate resilience focuses on the urgent need to adapt to the already unfolding impacts of climate change. This involves implementing adaptation strategies that help vulnerable communities withstand climate-related shocks, such as extreme weather events. Key measures include the development and implementation of early warning systems, the promotion of climate-smart agriculture techniques to ensure food security in changing conditions, and the establishment of robust disaster risk reduction measures to protect lives and livelihoods. Building climate resilience is crucial for safeguarding development gains and minimizing the human and economic costs of a changing climate. Decarbonization is the long-term imperative for mitigating the worst effects of climate change. This necessitates a fundamental transition away from fossil fuels towards renewable energy sources and significant improvements in energy efficiency. The shift to renewable energy not only reduces greenhouse gas emissions, thereby tackling the root cause of climate change, but also creates new economic opportunities in the burgeoning green economy. The fact that the renewable energy sector already employs over 11 million people globally, with significant potential for further growth, underscores the economic benefits of this transition. Climate action, driven by decarbonization, protects development gains and fosters a new era of sustainable economic growth. The interconnectedness of these environmental goals with social and economic dimensions is evident. As highlighted, clean water improves health and reduces poverty, while effective climate action protects development gains and generates green economic opportunities. Slide 10. Sustainable cities, building urban resilience. Goal 11. Sustainable cities and communities addresses the critical need to make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. With over half of the world's population currently residing in urban areas, a figure projected to increase to two-thirds by 2050, cities are at the forefront of both sustainable development challenges and immense opportunities. The provided information emphasizes that sustainable urban planning, integrating transportation, housing, environmental management, and social inclusion, is paramount for building urban resilience and creating livable, equitable, and resilient communities. building urban resilience requires innovative solutions that address the multifaceted challenges of city life. Transit-oriented development is a key strategy, focusing on creating compact, walkable, mixed-use communities centered around high-quality public transportation. This approach reduces reliance on private vehicles, alleviates traffic congestion, lowers carbon emissions, and promotes more active and healthier lifestyles for residents. Efficient and accessible public transport systems are crucial for social inclusion and economic opportunity. Adopting circular economy principles for waste management is another vital aspect of sustainable cities. This involves moving away from a linear take, make, dispose model towards a system where resources are kept in use for as long as possible, reducing waste generation, and maximizing the value of materials through reuse, recycling, and composting. Innovative waste management technologies and infrastructure are essential for creating cleaner, healthier, and more resource-efficient urban environments. Nature-based infrastructure offers a powerful and cost-effective approach to addressing urban challenges such as flooding and the urban heat island effect. This includes utilizing green spaces, wetlands, and permeable pavements to absorb rainwater, reduce runoff, and mitigate the impacts of extreme heat. Integrating nature into the urban fabric not only enhances environmental sustainability but also improves air quality, provides recreational spaces, and enhances the overall quality of life for city dwellers. Furthermore, building sustainable and resilient cities necessitates a strong focus on social inclusion. This involves creating equitable access to housing, essential services, and opportunities for all residents, regardless of their socio-economic background, age, or other characteristics. Inclusive urban planning fosters social cohesion, reduces inequalities, and ensures that all urban dwellers can participate fully in the economic, social, and cultural life of the city. In conclusion, achieving Goal 11, sustainable cities and communities requires a holistic and integrated approach to urban planning and development. Slide 11, Economic Growth and Decent Work, Inclusive Prosperity. Goal 8. Decent work and economic growth emphasizes the critical need to promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. The provided information underscores the immense economic opportunity presented by implementing the Sustainable Development Goals, projecting a potential market value of $12 trillion by 2030 in just 4 sectors. This highlights the intrinsic link between sustainable practices and economic prosperity. Achieving this goal necessitates significant job creation, with an estimated 600 million decent jobs needed globally by 2030 to keep pace with population growth. These jobs must not only be available but also offer fair wages, safe working conditions, social protection, and opportunities for personal development. This focus on decent work ensures that economic growth translates into tangible improvements in the lives of individuals and communities. Furthermore, sustainable economic growth requires a fundamental shift towards inclusive and environmentally sustainable production and consumption patterns. This involves decoupling economic growth from environmental degradation, ensuring that prosperity is achieved without compromising the health of the planet. Achieving the SDG targets necessitates an estimated 2.2% annual growth in the least developed countries, highlighting the need for targeted support and investment in these regions. A crucial aspect of sustainable economic growth is enhancing resource efficiency. The information indicates that a threefold, 3x, improvement in global resource efficiency is needed by 2030. This signifies a move towards a more circular economy, where resources are used more effectively and waste is minimized, reducing environmental impact while boosting economic productivity. Slide 12. Partnerships for the Goals, Mobilizing Implementation. Goal 17. Partnerships for the Goals serves as the crucial framework for realizing all other sustainable development goals. It underscores the fundamental need for global partnerships and cooperation, mobilizing financial resources, fostering technology transfer, building capacity, promoting policy coherence, and ensuring multi-stakeholder engagement. The provided information emphasizes that implementing the SDGs requires drawing upon a diverse range of funding sources and collaborative efforts. The pie chart visually represents the significance of various financial flows for SDG implementation. Domestic government resources constitute the largest share, highlighting the primary responsibility of individual nations in mobilizing funds through improved tax systems and efficient resource allocation. Private investment also represents a substantial portion, underscoring the critical role of the private sector in financing sustainable development initiatives through innovative business models and impact investing. International public finance, including official development assistance, remains vital, particularly for the most vulnerable countries that require external support to achieve the ambitious SDG targets. Remittances, the money sent home by migrant workers, and philanthropy, charitable contributions from individuals and organizations, also contribute to the financial landscape of SDG implementation, albeit to a lesser extent compared to domestic resources and private investment. However, effective partnerships extend far beyond mere financial mobilization. They encompass technology transfer, facilitating the sharing of knowledge, expertise, and innovative solutions to support sustainable development in various contexts. Capacity building is equally essential, empowering countries and local stakeholders with the skills and resources needed to implement and manage SDG-related programs effectively. Policy coherence across different sectors and levels of governance is crucial to ensure that policies are aligned and mutually supportive of the 2030 Agenda. Furthermore, multi-stakeholder engagement, involving governments, the private sector, civil society organizations, academia, and individuals, is vital for creating inclusive and effective partnerships that leverage diverse expertise and resources. The provided text also highlights the paramount importance of data in measuring progress and ensuring accountability towards the 231 unique indicators that track advancement across the 17 goals. Robust and reliable data systems are essential for monitoring progress, identifying challenges, and informing evidence-based policymaking within the framework of global partnerships. Slide 13. Local implementation, bringing SDGs to communities. While the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, are global in their scope, their ultimate success hinges on effective implementation at the local level, making them a tangible reality for communities. Cities and regions worldwide are increasingly recognizing the importance of localizing the SDGs, adapting global goals to specific local contexts, priorities, and capacities. This localized approach ensures that the SDGs resonate with the needs and aspirations of individual communities and that implementation strategies are tailored to address unique local challenges and opportunities. The provided information outlines a cyclical process for successful local SDG implementation, encompassing 4 key and interconnected elements. Localization forms the crucial first step, involving the adaptation of the global SDGs and their targets to the specific contexts and priorities of cities, towns, and rural areas. This requires a thorough understanding of local needs, challenges, and existing development frameworks to ensure that the SDGs are relevant and effectively address the issues faced by local communities. It involves translating the broad global goals into actionable local strategies and targets that are meaningful and achievable within the specific local context. Participation is paramount for ensuring the legitimacy and effectiveness of local SDG implementation. Engaging communities, including residents, local organizations, businesses, and other stakeholders, in the planning and implementation processes is essential. Participatory approaches, such as community consultations and co-creation initiatives, foster a sense of ownership and ensure that local needs and perspectives are fully considered. The example of participatory budgeting processes, which allow communities to prioritize SDG-related investments, highlights the power of direct citizen involvement in shaping local development agendas. Integration involves aligning the locally adapted SDGs with existing local development plans and strategies. This ensures coherence and avoids the creation of parallel or conflicting initiatives. By embedding the SDGs within existing planning frameworks, local governments can leverage existing resources, structures, and expertise to drive SDG implementation more efficiently and effectively. This also helps to mainstream sustainability principles across all aspects of local development. Finally, monitoring is crucial for tracking progress towards the locally defined SDG targets. This requires establishing locally relevant indicators that can effectively measure progress and inform adaptive management strategies. Regular monitoring and reporting, including through mechanisms like voluntary local reviews, where cities and regions assess their progress and share best practices, are essential for ensuring accountability and driving continuous improvement in local SDG implementation efforts. Slide 14. Success Stories. Transformative SDG Implementation. The journey towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, is marked by inspiring success stories that demonstrate the potential for transformative change when political will, innovative approaches, and inclusive partnerships converge. The provided examples of Rwanda's solar revolution, Costa Rica's biodiversity economy, and Kerala's education model offer compelling evidence that significant progress across multiple SDGs is achievable, even with limited resources, through integrated and strategically focused initiatives. Rwanda's solar revolution exemplifies a successful implementation of Goal 7, affordable and clean energy, and has positive ripple effects on Goal 1, no poverty, and Goal 8, decent work and economic growth. By leveraging public-private partnerships, Rwanda achieved a remarkable expansion of off-grid solar access from a mere 1% to over 14% of rural households in just 5 years. This clean energy transition has provided first-time electricity access to previously underserved populations, directly improving their quality of life and creating new economic opportunities through local jobs in solar installation and maintenance. This initiative showcases how innovative financing mechanisms and collaborative efforts can rapidly accelerate the adoption of sustainable energy solutions while simultaneously addressing poverty and promoting decent work. Costa Rica's biodiversity economy highlights a successful integration of Goal 15, life on land, and Goal 8, decent work and economic growth. By strategically paying farmers for ecosystem services and developing a thriving ecotourism sector, Costa Rica has effectively reversed deforestation, increasing forest cover from 26% to 52%. This commitment to biodiversity conservation has not only allowed its rich natural heritage to thrive but has also created sustainable livelihood opportunities for rural communities who are now directly benefiting from conservation efforts through ecotourism. This model demonstrates how valuing and investing in natural capital can lead to both environmental preservation and economic prosperity. Kerala's education model in India showcases the transformative power of sustained public investment and community involvement in achieving Goal 4, quality education, and its interconnectedness with Goal 5, gender equality, and Goal 8, decent work and economic growth. The Indian state of Kerala has achieved near universal literacy and gender parity in education through a long-term commitment to public education and active community participation. This strong educational foundation has not only empowered individuals and reduced inequalities but has also supported progress across multiple SDGs, including improved health outcomes, greater gender equality, and enhanced opportunities for decent work. This example underscores the foundational role of education in driving holistic and sustainable development. Slide 15. The Path Forward. Accelerating Action for 2030. With the target year of 2030 drawing closer, the imperative to accelerate action towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, has never been more critical. The provided information outlines 3 key interconnected pathways for intensifying efforts. Financing the transition is a fundamental prerequisite for realizing the ambitious agenda of the SDGs. Addressing the estimated $2.5 trillion annual SDG financing gap requires a multi-pronged approach. This includes aligning public budgets with SDG priorities, mobilizing private capital through innovative financial instruments like green bonds, and reforming subsidies that currently incentivize unsustainable practices. Development banks play a crucial role in catalyzing SDG investment by de-risking projects and providing essential technical assistance to build pipelines of bankable sustainable infrastructure initiatives. A strategic and coordinated effort to unlock and redirect financial flows towards sustainable development is paramount for achieving the 2030 targets. Digital transformation offers unprecedented opportunities to leapfrog development challenges and accelerate SDG implementation across various sectors. Leveraging emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and remote sensing can provide innovative solutions for data collection, analysis, and decision-making in areas like agriculture, healthcare, and environmental monitoring. Ensuring digital inclusion and addressing ethical considerations are crucial aspects of harnessing the transformative potential of these technologies. Furthermore, digital public goods and open data initiatives can enhance transparency and accountability in SDG implementation, while digital platforms can connect changemakers across borders, fostering collaboration and knowledge sharing. While large-scale financial and technological shifts are essential, the scale of the SDG challenge necessitates profound individual engagement. Moving beyond awareness to concrete action is crucial. This involves fostering education for sustainable development, encouraging sustainable consumption choices among individuals, promoting active civic participation in SDG-related initiatives, and leveraging the professional contributions of individuals across all sectors and disciplines. The responsibility for achieving the SDGs does not solely rest with governments and organizations. It requires a collective commitment and contribution from every individual, according to their unique capabilities and responsibilities. This concludes our presentation. We now transition to a new topic for the subject, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, core principles and dimensions. Kindly remain engaged with our channel until next week, and feel free to like and share this content among like-minded professionals. Until then, I wish you a happy and progressive professional life.